NBA MVP, a superb second half in game one, and the Thunder pulled away in the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, for the Minnesota Timberwolves, their All-NBA guard had a quiet start to the conference finals, but he has vowed to be more aggressive tonight. As we welcome you to NBA Courtside, sponsored by Pronamel. And good evening, everyone.
To be aggressive early and often. He needs to be getting downhill and putting pressure on this team. The gaps are not big. There's not a lot of space. You have to make quick decisions. And the reason why is because those holes close up so fast. There was one good attack he had all game, and it was this one. But in order for him to hit gaps and finish like this, he's going to need some shot-making help. His team was 5 for 28 from three off the bench. They're going to have to knock down some shots if they want to avoid losing 2 games in a row for the first time all postseason.
Courtside, presented by Pronamel, here in Oklahoma City, a city that's been in love with this team since it arrived in 2008. But here in 2025, Thunder Fever has reached new heights, dreams of a championship dancing in their heads. And here in this conference final, the talented and tough Timberwolves will look to squash those dreams. The Western Conference Finals, Game 2 is next. We are ready to go for the Timberwolves and the Thunder as we welcome you to the Western Conference Finals presented by AT&T. Paycom Center in Oklahoma City, packed and loud as we're set for tip-off for Game 2. And tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Mountain Dew. And as we told you in Game 1, both teams have been able to start the same 5 throughout the postseason. A good veteran starting 5 from Minnesota. And of course, the OKC Thunder are one of the youngest teams to ever make a conference final. But they are not playing like a bunch of youngsters. They're 9-3 so far in the playoffs. Meanwhile, the Timberwolves, they've been bouncing back all season. First round, they lost to the Lakers in Game 2, won the next game by 12. Alexander, as Williams got knocked down.
Well, you think about Mike Conley and the history of his career. You give him an open look from 3, and again, he's using the Rudy Gobert screen, just like Ant did. Get a little separation, he's been money.
Left here in the first, Thunder a 5-point lead. Anthony Edwards vowed to be more aggressive, that's been the case. Meanwhile, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, busy night, accepted the MVP trophy. Then scored 8 points in the first, same as Edwards, after 1 here in Game 2. And a timeout call by OKC. What a turnaround here from Minnesota.
Now, Julius Randle is so strong up the dribble drive. He struggled in the second half, beating his matchup. Here he's going against one of the elite defenders, playing a little bully ball back to the strong left hand.
First half, OKC with a slim lead. At attempt, but just off the mark. Now the first half of Game 2 comes to an end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with 19 points, 6 of 9 from the field. He's got 4 assists as well. Anthony Edwards, terrific bounce back after a quiet Game 1. So the T-Wolves trying to even things up here at 1 apiece. But SGA and the Thunder still with the lead. Halftime here in Game 2, 8-point advantage for OKC.
The NBA Western Conference Finals presented by AT&T are brought to you by Google, proud sponsor of the NBA, and Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four First Steps. Only in theaters July 25th.
And welcome back to those Western Conference Finals presented by AT&T. Third quarter about to begin. Thunder up 1-0 in the series, lead by 8 as we get set to start the second half. Our first half stats brought to you by Google.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander getting to his game. Loves to get into that mid-range, discards that defender with a shoulder. He's going against 6'10", needs all that separation.
And then we talked about Anthony Edwards needing to find those gaps early. He did it. He was able to get downhill so quick. Look, he's not playing with it. He's not dancing. He's seeing the gap and getting downhill.
And you look at the two of them, and again, you love the aggressiveness, but Edwards 16 points on 18 shots. SGA 19 points on only 9 shots.
Yeah, well, that's what the MVP does. It's his efficiency. 30 points a game, 50%.
Now Randall knocks down. Saturday night on ABC, we'll have Game 3 of this series as it moves to Minneapolis for Games 3 and 4. Coverage gets underway. NBA countdown 8 Eastern, and tip-off shortly after 8:30.
In case anybody's wondering how good OKC is.
And look at this, a 5-point game. Nate McDaniels, 15 points, 6.5 remaining here in the third.
ESPN Bet Sportsbook has you covered all playoffs long. Keep up with big-time matchups, get daily profit boosts, and tell exclusive picks from Stephen A. Smith. Right now, you can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Sign up with promo code HOOPS.
Presented by Google.
Look, Anthony Edwards, the last 2 games is 4 for 15 from 3. But you know what he can do? He can still attack that paint. He's been aggressive going downhill. Hasn't got the free throws, but you know what I'll take? I'll take a contested layup over a contested 3 any day.
They were outscored by 34 in the paint. And
time to end the period. And the third quarter comes to an end. The Thunder have done this night after night all season long. First in the regular season, now in the playoffs. They've got a 22-point lead as we head to the fourth quarter. Western Conference Finals presented by AT&T. As we start the fourth quarter here at OKC. Minnesota hanging with them. Then all of a sudden, a blink of an eye by Mark Daigneault with 9 on the shot clock. His team with a comfortable lead, 15, but still 8.5 remaining.
The NBA Western Conference Finals are presented by AT&T. Connecting changes everything. And in part by Burger King. At BK, have it your way. You rule. And Google, proud sponsor of the NBA.
Some steals, the usual tough defense where they love them here. First free throw good. Reminder, Saturday night on ABC, Game 3 of these Western Conference Finals. The series shifts to Minneapolis for Games 3 and 4. Countdown starts us off at 8 Eastern. Tip off shortly after 8:30. Anthony, timeout ball with 2:33 remaining. OKC trying to go up 2-0. Unsuccessful challenge, as you can see, Gilgeous-Alexander grabbing that left shoulder for Alexander Walker. That's 5 on SGA.
And
So no more challenges for OKC.
really unnecessary.
Meanwhile, Julius Randle played 32 of the first 36 minutes, struggled as he was just 2 of 11 from the field, but he has not played a second here in the fourth quarter. An interesting decision by the Timberwolves, as Alexander Walker will shoot 2 very important free throws here. 9 of his 15 points here with Lisa. Well, the Thunder have now played 95 games this year, 82 regular season, plus the 13 in the playoffs. And of those 95 games, 60 of them, they win by double figures. And it's just another dominance in the second half. Game 1, they were down 4 mid-third quarter, 1 big. Game 2, they're up 4 in the third quarter and exploded once again. And up 2-0 in this best-of-7 series. So our producers, Tim Corrigan, director Mike Schwab, our outstanding ESPN crew, for Doris, Richard, and Lisa, Mike Green saying, join us Saturday as the series shifts to Indianapolis. Game 3, our tip-off shortly after 8:30 Eastern on ABC. Good night from Oklahoma City. Now, time for SportsCenter with Scott Van Pelt.